Hi, I'm Rose Kress of LifeForce Yoga and the Never Shut Up Daily Tori Amos podcast, where we talk Tori Amos and yoga all together as one. And this practice video accompanies the April 3rd podcast on Not the Red Baron. This is a meditation, mudra meditation that includes sound for compassion, planting those seeds of compassion. If you'd like to listen to the accompanying podcast, head over to songsoftoriamos.com, or you can follow the link below, or you can find us wherever you listen to your podcasts. Let's get started. A nice long spine is best. A seated position is best. You can sit in a chair with something supporting your back. You could do this lying down. It's a little uncomfortable for the hands. So we start with the hands in prayer position. We call this one Anjali Mudra. And then keeping the thumbs, the base of the hands, and the pinky fingers touching, we're going to open the middle three fingers. So here the hands look like a flower. You can hold this right at the heart or in front of the throat or between the two. So we talked about planting the seeds of compassion. We talked about accountability with grace, and compassion is the grace. So these seeds of compassion that we begin to plant, it's about holding space for others. But also, we do need to hold people accountable for their actions, but we can do that with compassion. We can do that with grace. We can do that with kindness. So it's both and, not this or that. So it takes about 30 seconds for the mudra, which means seal, this energy pattern, to kind of seal itself into place. So we're about there right now. Settling a little deeper into the breath. Feel free to make your eyes soft, or you can gaze down at the ground in front of you. And you can keep your eyes open, whatever works best for you. And as you're breathing here, soften shoulders. Let the breath travel where it most wants to travel. So you don't need to direct the breath. You don't need to fix or correct any breathing pattern. The mudra is actually directing your breath for you. So breathe with it. We're going to use two sounds here. The first sound is yum, Y-A-M, but it's pronounced yum. And yum is the sound, the bija mantra that activates the air element, which is all about movement. So as we plant this seed of compassion right here in the palms of our hands, we want to give it some room to move. We want to give it a little bit of wind. The second sound is the sound of hum. And this is the bija mantra, the seed sound for the element of space. And space, or akasha in yoga, is it's the space from which everything arises. It's sometimes known as the notion of the pregnant zero, that from emptiness, everything is possible. So these two sounds together help to awaken our connection to compassion. Compassion for who? Compassion for ourselves, compassion for others. I was just reading a quote from Ram Dass from my friend Kathleen Williams, also a LifeForce yoga practitioner and teacher, about how the best work that I can do for you is to work on myself. So we're going to do yum, hum. We're going to bring them together, and we're going to do that 6 times. So take a deep breath in. Now sigh it out. And inhale. Yum, hum. Again. Yum, hum. Yum, hum. Vibrating those seeds of self-compassion, of understanding, of empathy through your whole being. Let's do that 3 more times. Yum, hum. Yum, hum. Last one. Yum, hum. As the sound fades here, let the breath continue. We'll take 3 more breaths here with the mudra of compassion, radiating seeds of compassion, understanding, love, acceptance, self-acceptance. When you finish your 3rd breath, release your hands. Let the hands rest in the lap. Notice here, you might still feel pinkies and thumbs touching. Maybe there's a sense of lightness or energy in the hands or around the hands, warmth or a coolness. As you breathe, become aware of how the breath now moves in the body, where it's moving in the body. And then take a moment to really connect with compassion. What does it look like? How do we have compassion for others that are suffering? How do we hold someone accountable when they hurt us? But at the same time, how do we engage in that accountability with compassion? The Dalai Lama once said that sometimes the compassionate thing doesn't look nor does it feel like compassion, but that it is necessary. So how do we bring kindness into our words? How do we bring kindness into our actions? How do we communicate, no, that doesn't work for me, this is what I need, but from a place of compassion? Nonviolent communication is a great way to do that. So as you allow yourself to come back into this next moment, you can practice this with or without the video on your own, without any explanation, and simply moving into the practice. It's about a 5-minute practice, and it'll really awaken those seeds of creativity, of creative compassion within you. Not creativity, but compassion within you, love, support, and kindness. If you'd like to know more about mudras, you can read about some mudras in my book, Awakening Your Inner Radiance with LifeForce Yoga. I also have a longer mudra course on the yogafordepression.com website, and there's a live yoga mudra practice that was recorded at Soul to Soul Yoga on April, well, if you're watching this in the future, it'll be available on April 6th for purchase. So I thank you so much. Make sure that you follow us on socials if you want to check out the podcast, songsoftoriamos.com. You can go back in time and listen to older podcasts. You can also follow us on the social, Songs of Tori Amos, and LifeForce Yoga, and Rosecrest, and I hope to see you for another one of these videos. Thank you so much for watching.